What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new video here. And where do I even begin? I don't even know where to start. And honestly, this is just an insane story. And I had to talk about this. So, Donald Trump is basically going full imperialist. In the last few days, he had a major press conference, first of all, yesterday, where he discussed annexing Canada, renaming the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. Okay. And he did not rule out the potential, guys. This is not like a joke. He literally said this: the potential for invading Panama and Greenland. So we're going full imperialist here. And by the way, guys, the thing that's so crazy to me that I find is there was a segment of the population, there's a segment of Trump voters who actually voted for Trump because he was supposedly anti-war. Now, guys, I don't know what you think, but usually when you threaten military force against a country and just taking over countries, that's not really anti-war. That's actually the opposite of anti-war. That's pro-war. And for all the criticism Joe Biden gets, for example, of, people say Trump, oh, he's anti-war, no new wars. It is true that the world has erupted in wars, Russia, Ukraine under the Biden administration, and the war in Gaza, for example. But guys, it's not like US troops were deployed to these places. So that's an important thing to note. But Trump is openly talking, and at first I thought it was a joke. Canada annexing 51st state. Okay. No. It's actually not a joke anymore because he's literally saying we should annex Canada. And military invasion, that's the thing I'm mostly talking about. Military invasion of these countries. And by the way, guys, I'm not sure if this lowers grocery prices, right? I could be wrong, but I find it strange. I thought that we were supposed to lower grocery prices. That's why Trump was in office. But okay, rather than talk about insane stuff. And let's just see the spin of this from Republicans who, again, by the way, the reason why this is so important, guys, is because they originally positioned Trump as anti-war. All he's been talking about since he's been president-elect is positioning himself as pro-war. And I'm going to show you the clip right now. Before I go any further, here is the clip of Trump from his press conference discussing or not ruling out military force against Panama and Greenland. Here it is, guys.
For the world that as you try to get control of these areas, you are not going to use military or economic coercion?
No.
And can you tell us what is the strategy?
Yeah, I can't assure you, you're talking about Panama and Greenland. No, I can't assure you on either of those two. But I can say this, we need them for economic security.
Again, it's just insane. He's not ruling out military force against these countries. I thought the American people voted against war, supposedly, but apparently not. It's just amazing how he could say anything and it's just spun by these Republicans. So here's an example. Fox News host Jesse Waters, the fact that Canadians don't want us to take him over makes me want to invade. I want to quench my imperialist thirst. Again, I really not. The thing is, to be fair to Trump, to be fair, quote unquote, Trump said he wouldn't use military force against Canada. Whew, okay, no military force against Canada, only economic force. Okay, to get them to join the union. Again, it's just insane. How does this lower grocery prices? How do people see this and think this is a good thing? I think this is a normal thing. I don't know. And then there's more people. Again, guys like Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh, again, guys who are supposedly anti-war, they say that they think it's all a joke. We should annex the moon and call it the moon of America. And they're actually being serious about this. Like, they literally think it would be funny. Like, they're seriously advocating for annexing the moon. I mean, what kind of world do we live in here? They were defending it, saying, oh, it's for economic, we need it. We need for economic power and prosperity. We need to annex these places for the American interest. By the way, you can't just do that. And the thing that's crazy is you're actually seeing Russian outlets, RT, for example, retweeting this. They love this because you want to know why? Because it's the exact justification that Russia used, for example, to take over countries like Ukraine, which is supposedly against the U.S. interest. But now, with basically Trump threatening force, the U.S. doesn't really have a leg to stand on, to be completely honest with you. If this was to actually happen, if you were to invade Panama in a land grab, it's completely ridiculous and against everything that Trump supposedly stands for. And the people justifying this, it is a disgrace. At least be honest about it. Don't claim Trump is anti-war when he clearly is not. It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. Meanwhile, California is on fire. And this is what's being discussed. California's on fire, and the headline is, we should annex Canada. And again, look what Ben Shapiro puts out there, guys. And again, it's not a joke. I want to be clear to people. I thought it was a joke at first, but Trump is clearly not joking at this point. It was literally the main thing at his press conference that he was talking about. The 51st state, Canada. Okay, haha, other side of the wall, Mexico, Gulf of America. He wants to rename, again, what does renaming the Gulf of Mexico do other than just for clicks? And, oh, haha, how does that affect people's lives? It doesn't affect people's lives. It's ridiculous. And then, of course, Trump land, Greenland. So, and by the way, just to be clear, none of this is going to happen unless he actually doesn't do military invasion. There's no way Greenland is going to join the United States. There's no way Canada is going to join the United States, but this is what he's discussing as his main policy platform at this point. Again, full imperialism. And this also comes at a time, guys, where Trump, we talked about it yesterday, and guys, make sure to like and subscribe. It's good for the algorithm, and Amazon links are in the description if you're liking the content. It helps the channel out immensely, so please do that. But this comes at a time where not only is this happening, which people think is funny, what's not funny is we're talking about the potential for full-out war to break out between Israel and Iran. And Trump his administration is open to strikes on Iran, American strikes on Iran, which would be war, guys. If U.S. strikes Iran, there's going to be attacks on U.S. military bases all across the Middle East. Okay? It's just going to happen. So I cannot imagine how the idea that Trump is anti-war is still out there. It is wild to me. Wild to me. And you know what? Say we want Biden and his foreign policy. People call Trump did not withdraw from Afghanistan. Joe Biden did that. That's an anti-war position. Trump did not do that, which is a pro-war position. That's all you got to know. Again, Matt Walsh, and again, just a fool. What a foolish comment this is. I want the U.S. to buy Greenland because mainly because seeking and acquiring new land is a sign of a healthy, thriving nation. Tell that to the Russians, first of all. Really? Their economy has collapsed since they did that. So that's just a stupid comment from Matt Walsh. And Nazi Germany, they did a pretty big land grab. I'm not sure if you would remember that, Matt Walsh, but they didn't last too long after that. Just embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. I mean, the thing that's so frustrating about this, guys, is the fact that they positioned themselves as anti-war. Trump positioned himself as anti-war. And then all of a sudden, he's not even in office yet, and now they're talking about imperialism, grabbing all these countries. Where is the pushback from a so-called anti-war base? It doesn't exist. It does not exist. That's all you got to know, guys. That's what I got for you today. Make sure to like and subscribe. It's super good for the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.